is a 9-card reading today, and it's for someone in our field who will be presenting a workshop. And she says, do you think Lenormand can give me some advice, something I can do to help me do a better job in my workshop and to prepare for it? And I thought this was an awesome idea because Lenormand is so pragmatic and practical and hands-on. So we use the Whisper Lenormand, and let's see what we get for advice. So the cards that we have in this 9-card spread so that you can work with me here are the birds, the man and the woman, the tree, the stars, and the snake, the tower, the heart, and this is the garden. The central theme around which everything is centered is networking, getting the word out, digitally putting things out, electronically sending. It's about getting this out there. So when we look at our first diagonal here, we see having a discussion, talking about networking, getting it out there into the community, into the garden. And if we look across this way, with the birds, the man, and the woman is ours, the woman querent. If we are seeing a woman, the man would be a male querent. Since she is the female, this is her. And it's about discussions with a man. So a man who, and I actually think that discussion with this man who is, I believe, to be someone who works digitally. So whether he's a blogger, someone in the community that podcasts, someone has kind of a digital presence, whether it's like a YouTube thing or something, some male that really admires her is going to be really important, getting this word out to people so that others can admire her as well. Kind of spreading the word, like a preview of the test, the class that she'll be giving. And if we look this way, we've got birds is knighted with snake, and it's also knighted with heart. So the birds discussing problems. So whether this is discussing the problems people have and working through specific problems using whatever technique she has. So it solved this problem or that problem. She also may want to talk directly about love, romance, or just how she loves the technique. But it could be about problems in romance, toxic things, or loving ourselves. Whatever it is, you want to balance negativity with positivity and using whatever system she's using to create this bridge between the two. Also, we have discussion about the rootedness or the groundedness in rules or structure. And this is about like the establishment rules, spreadsheets, creating some kind of like bullet sheet or something that people can actually have a very logical sequence or very specific rules to go by. The rules, it says, would really be loved by the group, needing to have some kind of a specific how-to format that creates a very solid 1, 2, 3, 4, try this, that. It also talks about with woman and snake and garden. So this is about her talking about problems in the community, her community, our communities, around people, all kinds of issues that we have that perhaps can be addressed in the way that she's doing this process. Other things where we would see, so talking with a man about the woman is one thing we saw. Groundedness and long-term growth, networking, working, if she has time between now and this workshop, really getting it out there so she creates some steady growth toward it. And about mentioning problems that people might have with it, things kind of like pitfalls, roadblocks, things that create like kind of like a toxic vibe or discrepancy in the reading that causes people to go off the mark or not do well. And also really talk about perhaps something that is toxic to people. The workshop itself as well. Let me see what else we can find. So if you look let's look at Tower, we can knight that. So Tower knights with the man. So someone who is firmament in the establishment. So someone who is actually established in doing whatever it is that he does or she does. It also Tower in the snake. So kind of like problems that happen if you only do this. So you may want to talk about some of the issues that people have when they go based on the rules so that they know when they hit a roadblock. You may also want to talk about just the experience that she has had. Everything here, it talks about long-standing experience, growth, really getting things out there. She really loves it. She's knighted with the rules and structure and establishment of it. I think also, because we're talking about the actual talk, when we look at this is multimedia and digital and having some kind of other supports, whether she has a network connection that she can show something internet related, if she can show some kind of a something with sound or some kind of PowerPoint, something that's digitally supported may be helpful to her. But basically what it says is get it out there, network to the community, talk to it. I think a lot of this is speaking to previewing and getting things out before, but I think much of this also talks about the actual during that can help her during it. So discussing through digital help and telling people how to actually widen. If you look at this as towards spreading things out, how can you spread things out and work? How can people work with others in their community and perhaps get the practice that they need? And this may specifically mean talk about it, but actually do it. You may actually have people gathered together because you actually have this community vibe. So give them a little activity or something to do that actually helps spread off of what you're doing and they go to what they can actually try applying these rules or structures or bulleted points. Lots of things to see here. You can actually do a lot more with the spread. I would be curious in hearing some other people's suggestion for this querent. I can go all kinds of places with this. It's a really fun one, but basically if we mirror the first and the last, discuss with the community. This is all about just tell them what you know, get it out there, and don't be afraid to spread the word ahead of time. You have a lot to share. Best of luck in your workshop, and I wish I was there to hear it.